put it that way. I'm going to do some kind of fun odd bowing things too as we go along, but I call it the soldier's joy lick, you know, and it's where you have, it appears often in a lot of tunes. You have a note on the string above, and then you have 3 notes on the string below, and you know, if you think of soldier's joy like that. And there's a couple of ways to do that little lick. It's like, and we're not going to play Soldier's Joy. I'm just going to teach that. Just so I didn't come here to learn Soldier's Joy, so we're going to do a different tune that has that element in it. But so there's 2 ways to do that. I find, you know, like one nice way to do it is to pull this guy here and push those 3, and that's a good way to do it. And the other way is to go. So it's like. So I'm slurring the last 2. So I'm bow. It's saw, saw, bow, slur. So it's. So. And the nice thing about that way, and the other way does the same thing, is that you always come out with pulling this lower, the string of the high string. So either one works. So we're going to play that in a little tune called Lamplighter's Hornpipe, which is a tune in A. It's a nice tune to start with because it's one of our melodic tunes, and it appears in a lot of old tune collections. It's in, if you get the old Cole's 1000 Fiddle Tunes, which is now Mel Bay's reissued as Ryan's Mammoth Collection. That's a great book. I tell people if they want to buy one book of fiddle music, other than the ones I sell, is that is like the book to own if you want to just read, because it's a lot of running 16th notes, but like all the core American fiddle tunes are encapsulated in that book, you know, and representing a lot of different genres from New England to Missouri, Texas, the West. You hear a lot of these tunes all over it that are in that book. And so this tune is in there. It's called Lamplighter's Hornpipe, but I learned it, first heard playing it, and then found it in the book kind of after the fact. It was a guy named Cyril Stinnett, who's a great Missouri fiddler. He was playing this tune, and I think he must have gotten it off of some old Canadian fiddle record or a Canadian radio broadcast, because up in North Missouri they could pick up these broadcasts from Canada. In fact, I was visiting Dwight Lamb, who's another great fiddler in Iowa. He had his 80th birthday last May. We were up at his house, and he was talking about, he started reminiscing some, and he was talking about how driving home in some freezing night in north central Iowa, and parking his car and staying out there in the cold to hear the last of some Don Messer tune being broadcast on CBC. So they picked up a lot of tunes from the radio in the 50s up there. But let me just play a little bit of Lamplighter's Hornpipe, and it's got that device in it that we're just was.
So
I was just
just a question.
about.
What
Yeah.
you said is so once you did down and then a slur 3 up.
Yes.
And then the second time you said it's down.
It's down.
Up, and then a slur.
Let me see if I can do that. This is why I don't teach bowing much, but so it's like. I'm saw stroking all of those. So the other thing you could do though would be to play that second 2 notes as a slur. So I guess there's really 3 ways you can do it. So sometimes I find myself going, or. Yeah, so you can do it either way, or there's the 3rd way to slur those last 2, which helps you get turned around back to play, always have that high string be a down bow. Yeah.
What was the name of that book?
Oh, it's called Ryan's Mammoth Collection. Mel Bay reissued it. That's an old book from Boston from the 1800s, like the late 1800s. But Cole, M.M. Cole Publishing, you'll see maybe some old copies of Cole's 1000 Fiddle Tunes. They just took the plates from Ryan's and reissued them. Took 50 tunes out, because I think the other one has 1,050 tunes. And maybe they didn't say, that wasn't as easy to say as 1,000 fiddle tunes. Maybe. It's probably a marketing decision. But it's a great book. And it's crammed full of really nice tunes. Okay, so let's play a little bit of Pat, just for the demo, and then I'll teach it. It's not a hard tune to get onto, though. And the other, so there's that part, you know, and you'll also hear me sometimes doing the same passage, just going. So just listen for that too. So. Oh, I was about to play Soldier Story, wasn't it? Just a couple of clamps at the end. Nobody's going to notice that. Yeah. So let's play a little bit of that tune. It's right easy to play. It's all, most of it's all on that. But it's I think you were described one yesterday as a sewing machine tune. That's sort of that's kind of a sewing machine tune. The notes just kind of spin along like the sewing machine needle moving. So okay. So first little bit. Let me just. So I'll just do kind of call and response, you know. But we'll work our way through this pretty fast here. So the first little bit is. So I'm starting on a C sharp, and there's a couple pickup notes. Keep going. Stop. And then you're going to go up to a D, to an F sharp. Sorry. So start on this F sharp here. Okay. So let's play what we got so far. Just listen. Let's just play it together. Don't listen. We're doing it here. Stop right there. So then now to round it off, we go. So we're going to kind of frame an E chord there, you know. Listen one more time. Do that. And then go to the D on the A string. Listen one time. Yep. One more time. And then sometimes I go at the end there, just a little arpeggio. It's a A arpeggio with a G sharp thrown in to get so. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's just try a little bit of it. I think I'm hearing a lot of it come right back at me. So let's just see what happens here. Kind of slow though. Would you kick us off, Maestro? Yeah, just the first part.